Hi guys, so today I'll be putting us through how to use the AI Nav assistant on our website. But before we look at the setup, let's look at how it works on an actual website. So this is a website I built on Framer and it's published. The AI Nav assistant is on the website. So when you add it to the website, it's always going to be like this. So the first thing is the navigation settings where you have all your navigation items here. You set all of that and you have it here. So you can click on any of them and it just takes you to the page, right? So if you notice here, we can see that we are on the categories page and the nav assistant is highlighted here. The categories is highlighted here. And going back home, you can as well just exit. So this nav assistant doubles as a customer representative for your and a customer representative and also an FAQ for your website. So if a user is looking for, say, let's look for a skirt. I want to get a skirt. All right. What does it do? Let's see how it responds. So it responds based on the brand, right? You see, it says offers a variety of stylish skirts from minimalists to check out our women's wear collection for trendy options. And it also gives you an option to hit go to where you can find a skirt. So it shows you what we have in our collection and gives you an option to a navigation to go to that page, right? So this is the AI in use. This is how it works. It doesn't just give you generic answer, it also gives you images as well. So now we'll look at the how we can set up this navigation for our website. So guys, this is the website, the Rosar website I built, and you can see it's just a simple landing page, the home page and the categories page, right? So I created a template, right, where so that when I add new pages, the navigation is always going to be there. I don't need to copy and paste on every page. So this is the navigation item here. At this at the control panel here, you see different control options. We have the menu item, we have the default page. This is the default page, right? We have the suggestions. Suggestions is basically FAQ. Then we have AI to enable or disable. Then we have response type. Then we have the placeholder. I'll explain what each of these means, right? Then we have the fonts, colors, and fields. So let's go back to the very beginning, which is the menu items. So the menu items are those navigation items for your website, right? So you have this, we have the home, like you saw earlier, we have categories, we have carts, we have saves, and we have search. So if I click on home, I enter the label, then I add the link. So the link to the home page is, yeah, you see it's home, right? Click on home and then you go, then you can select an icon. We have varieties of icons here. Select an icon and a leading icon or a trailing icon. A leading icon is an icon before, while a trailing icon is an icon after the text, right? So that's done simple, but one thing to note, right? So on the preview, if you try it, you get probably you get 4 for not found. Don't worry, it's working perfectly well. It's something with Framer, right? So what really happens here is that we need to publish the website and it works perfectly well. So there's nothing to be bothered about. So the next item here is the default page. So what does this do? This is basically the page you want to be the home page, right? Zero is home page. The first page, the page you want to be the home page. That's just it. If you want based on this array of data. So this is zero. That's home page. That's the home page. So if you want categories to be your main page, right, you just change this to one. Categories will be your main page. Then if you want cards, you change it to two. So the array is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So depending. If you want saves to be your main page, you just change it to 3, right? So and that's what this does. Then suggestions is basically FAQs, right? These are questions that's likable questions to be asked by the user. And if you click on this, you can see keywords. So we have different keywords. You can add multiple keywords. So this keyword triggers the question suggestions for the user to click on, right? So if they type different brand and all of that, we get suggestions. and we have this question. We can add multiple questions based on those keyword on that keyword, but your answer is one. You just have one answer. Then you can add a link, right? You can add link title. So what the link does is, okay, they ask something about ready to wear, and we want to link them to the particular category. For that, we can just add that link to that particular category, right? Then we can add the title for the link, and then we can add images to show the user how to show the user basically what the collection is about, or what if it's relating to the question they asked. Then we can do multiple of that, and yeah, cool. I think I want to show you. There's a particular one with image. I'm not sure where that is, but yeah, there are options with images there. So the AI uses this context. So let's move on to the AI. You can disable AI. So anytime the user is typing, you can use AI or without AI. Anytime the user types, we get the suggestion and then they click. If there's no suggestion for them to click on, we tell them that we don't have that question. We don't have an answer to that question, right? It's just simple as that. Then next we have the when you enable AI, if you disable AI, brand info goes out, but you enable it, we have the brand info. So here you have to just put in your entire brand information right here, right? This is, you put in all the context about your brand in this space. Once you've done that, it's good. The AI just sends it to the API. It uses the AI uses this brand information and the suggestions to respond, right? So that's how the AI knows if a user is asking for something sketch related. Goes through your brand information, goes through the suggestions, goes through the images you've added already, and then it creates an answer for you for the user using it. Basically, so that's how the AI works. It uses your brand information and your suggestions to create answers for the brand. Next, so you can get your brand information by using ChatGPT, Claude AI, Gemini, or any platform. Give them details about your brand and tell them to come up with FAQs, everything, details about your brand, what you do, how you do it, opening time, closing time, proper context. Make it bulky so that the AI have a lot of context to use when it's responding. Fine. Then we have the AI responses here. We have different responses. We have professional, casual, formal, and all of the likes. Then the settings. So for settings, this is what you see here. The hamburger menu. So menu icon is a hamburger menu, and then we have send icon. This is this. If I change this to grid, it should change. So if we go here, so it changes to grid, right? So let's change that back to hamburger menu. So different things, you can just do different things there. You can change this to check. You can change this to chevron right and whatever you want. But let's move back to this. So that's what does. So we can increase the size of the buttons. If your file is too big, it's too small, we can reduce that, and we can change the border radius as well of the entire container. You see, so we can edit that. Next, we look at the font. So we have different fonts here: input font, placeholder font, and pills. Basically, we have, you can just adjust and then placeholders. I missed this, so let's move back to placeholder. Placeholders are just text. Are this text here, right? This is what suggestions for the users to ask. You are prompting the user to do something. We can delete all of this if we don't want anything there, right? But it's just like, okay, ask me about the dress I make. Ask me about my brand. Ask me about this and that. So that's what placeholder text. It's dynamic, so it changes with time. A typical example is this. See, describe your desired outfit. Just wait for a few seconds and we'll see changes, right? Those are placeholders. Now let's look through the other items here, which is colors. So we can basically change the color of our container. You can do a lot. We can change, you see, we can change to any color we want, basically. And I don't want any of this, so just Ctrl Z it to our initial color. I'll Ctrl Z to our initial color, and then we'll look at other things as well. So we can have the text color. You can change the text color, the pills, the panel. The panel is basically the response panel. We have the menu. We can change everything, the colors of everything here. So container, can change this as well. See, but let's move out from this, and finally the last item, we look at the pills. So pills are basically the menu. Yeah, we know what pills are. So they're like mini buttons for navigation menus and all of that, links and all of that. So we can edit the container padding, we can edit the cap, we can edit the pill padding that's within the pill, the icon size within the pill, and then the gap within the pill as well. So this gap is a gap between pills. This is gap within pills, right? So yeah, basically that's just it. It's not so difficult to use, and you can use this for your marketing website. You can use it for your AI website. You can use it for your portfolio website, right? Where you want ask about me and they get a response, they get notifications. You can use it for your e-commerce website. It's all in one. Also, don't forget to check out our other components. I'll leave a link below. See you next time, guys.